Welcome to the first episode of Sith Happens. I'm Nathan.
I'm Adam.
And we're going to be talking all Star Wars all the time. Because we love Star Wars and Star Wars is the best. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's kick it off. We got two topics to cover today. And the first one is that there was a recent article about the Star Wars, like big producers and stuff like that, talking about it. And they said that they want to move away from legacy characters. Luke, Han, and Leia, in particular, and in general, not just them. So probably, I'm guessing C-3PO or R2-D2, they're going to move to BB-8. They're going to move to Rey and Finn and Kylo Ren, and whoever Snoke is going to end up being, they're going to move to him, that kind of stuff. So they're going to really transition away from the older characters and kind of just leave them behind.
As they should.
They should. I'm torn. Now Carrie Fisher can't be anything else because she passed away, which sucks. I mean, it's terrible. She was too young, and I really think that threw a wrench in what they wanted to do with the whole series in general.
That's why I think 9 is not going to be as good as 8.
Yeah.
That's why I think 8 has the best chance of being the best Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah, because it's the last one that has all of them in it for sure. For sure, 100% sure, because they've already announced that they will not CGI her face in anything else.
I don't think that's set in stone either.
I don't think so either. I think they might.
I think she will be a CGI
Force Ghost
in 9.
Yep, I completely agree.
Because I think she should be.
Yeah, like they did with
allowed.
Return of the Jedi, although they put Hayden Christensen in there instead of the other guy.
Sebastian Shaw.
Yeah, they took out Sebastian and put in Christian Hayden. It makes sense why they do that.
That doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me
Yeah, but you're taking away credit from somebody else that was in the movie and stuff like that.
That dude didn't even want to be in that movie, though.
Oh, he
didn't
didn't
even understand why he was,
Oh, see, I didn't talk to him
so
personally, so I didn't know.
No, I didn't either, but it's like...
I'm just picking.
Reading through everything, he didn't really...
understand
It's like an Alec Guinness thing. He didn't understand it. Really.
Yeah, and then he probably didn't care to.
He didn't understand the cultural significance that he would have.
Okay. I'm going to miss seeing Mark Hamill. I love him as a character and just as a human being.
I think
he is awesome.
Pretty cool. But I think it is time to leave them behind.
Harrison Ford wanted to be left behind a long time ago.
He tried to get himself killed like 30 years ago.
He tried.
Didn't work out.
Now, here's the thing that I don't get. I don't understand why Harrison Ford as an actor and as a human being doesn't want to be in Star Wars. He doesn't even have to do anything.
I don't think
he literally just plays Harrison fucking Ford the whole time.
I don't think
Excuse
he
my
ever
French.
understood that, though. Like, he never caught on to that sci-fi stuff, because that's when sci-fi was still in its infancy. Remember, the only thing other than Star Wars that was around was Star Trek at
and
the
The
time.
Last Starfighter.
But I mean in mainstream stuff.
Okay,
Star Trek was it.
Yeah, you're right.
It was still in its infancy.
Dude, and it was super nerdy and political. And George Lucas wanted it to be political and ended up not being political really at all. Which is probably for the best. I like just the pew-pew, bang-bang sci-fi stuff that Star Wars really thrives on, I think. With the huge, cool space battles and like the cool-looking ships, the giant turds that are the Mon Calamari capital ships. Just all that kind of cool like sci-fi stuff. Like stuff like Mass Effect really thrives on that as well, with like the really cool design stuff. I know it has nothing to do with Star Wars.
They made Mass Effect off of Star Trek.
Yeah,
basically
they
made it.
Where they're trying to find new worlds and stuff like that.
Think about it for more than like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's a little bit more mature Star Trek. Because you got naked aliens.
I wouldn't even say more mature.
Well, I'm saying because you get to have sex with aliens.
They expanded on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I said all Star Wars all the time, and I might accidentally veer off. I'm sorry. I'm going to veer off once in a while because I think we're both huge Mass Effect fans anyway. You can get your phone. It's okay. I can yak. Now, I'm going to be sad if they get rid of Chewbacca. I really like Chewie. I think that the character had a great personality throughout 4, 5, 6, and definitely in 7. Especially when Finn was trying to tend to him after he get hit with the blaster, and Chewie just has none of it. And he insults Chewie. And then Chewie grabs him and pretty much almost destroys Finn. And it's like, that's awesome. It's showing how strong the Wookiees really are, and that they don't take crap from anyone. Do you remember playing the Republic Commando game, and you get Captain was that Captain Tarful, Captain something like that, the big gray Wookiee, and he was breaking through crap and killing droids and stuff like that's what I think of as like a Wookiee. Like there's just this big, fearless, hairy monster that just wrecks things. And that's what you kind of get that sense from Chewie in 7, for sure. That he's like this big, powerful, like wrecking ball of fur. So I'm gonna be really sad if they transition away from him. Now the expanded universe, which is no longer canon, had female Chewie. R.A. Salvatore, the famous Forgotten Realms writer, dropped a planet on Chewbacca and killed him. Legit. Right? That happened. Okay? Following? So they had to replace him with another character. And they wanted to replace him with another Wookiee. So, shoot. What was her name? I should have looked this up before. Alright. Adam, say something while I'm looking this up. Talk. Do you like Chewie? You gonna miss Chewie?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss him. I think he's been very pivotal in the Star Wars universe since the beginning, obviously. But I just find it very hard that you're going to transition away from all those classic characters that built the universe. However, I wouldn't be opposed to them going back to, say, the old Republic era and making movies about that era. I think they should. I think that's a gold mine. I think it's a mistake if they don't. The problem is, I don't know how invested I'm going to be in characters like Rey, Finn, and Poe over the next, 30 years compared to how the staying power of Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford have been.
It's going to be tough.
Because I don't know if... I think Daisy Ridley's character will be fine. I think since she's the focal point, I think she'll be remembered forever. She's not ever going to get away from fanfare.
Yeah. I can't find the name. I'm sorry, guys. I fail.
Rey, Finn and Poe, they're okay. I hope their characters are fleshed out more.
Do you like them as characters, by themselves?
No.
Okay. I don't like Rey. I think I'm one of the few that doesn't like Rey.
I love Rey.
I don't feel any connection to her. I don't know what they're trying to do with that character. Because sometimes it seems like she's trying to be a female Han Solo, and other times it's like she's a female Luke. I don't know what the hell they want to do with her character. And maybe they did that on purpose because they didn't know if she was going to be a Skywalker or a Solo. Maybe they just had no idea. So they said, screw it, let's just make her half of both. You know what I mean? Just mix them so they can decide later. I don't know. But I don't get a true sense of Rey. Why Rey wants to do any of this. She has no reason to really want to join the rebellion or do anything like that. She really didn't. Other than they blew up her town that she hated. At least, here's why I'm saying that. And I'm not hating on Rey. I'm not trying to. Here's why I said it. Because Luke Skywalker from the beginning of New Hope, you knew he wanted to join the rebellion because the Empire is evil. They are the damn the star Nazis. They are the Nazis of the universe. They suck. They're evil. They're trying to kill people. And they have this oppressive reign over the whole galaxy. And he wanted to fight that. Good for him. Rey? She scavenges? I actually feel, and this is my personal opinion, I know you're going to disagree, and that's fine. I think Finn is a better character. I think Finn is a better character.
With you so far, and I think you're wrong.
Boo.
You're very wrong.
Boo.
Wrong.
Boo.
You're just wrong. And
no.
You know you're wrong.
No.
Yes, you
I
are.
like Finn
You
better. I think he's a better actor.
You're so wrong.
I like him. Boyega is a great actor. He's so good.
He can't even defend how wrong he is.
No, not wrong. Not wrong. I will snap you with this rubber band.
You are wrong.
Nope.
You are very
Hey, you want to know something?
Wrong.
Sith happens.
You're wrong. So man.
Sith just happened.
Sith happened. I don't know what shit just came out of his mouth, but it was.
It was a pile of Sith. Oh, Sith. You ever read that in the books? Where they go,
No.
oh, Sith. And you're like, come on, just say shit. Just say it. Just say it. Do it.
What's the next topic?
You want to move on?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So the next and final topic, I think, that we have, and this is going to be kind of a lengthy one. We're probably going to hit this for a little bit. And I think this is a good starting point, too, to talk about our likes and dislikes and why. And you came up with this idea. I'll give you all the credit, 100% credit. And that is favorite character from each Star Wars era. Now, there are multiple Star Wars eras. Let's just see here. Oh, look, that's Superman. That's not what I want to look at. Okay. I'm not finding what I'm looking for here. Okay. Well, let's see. You got the
That's
era.
what you want.
So you all right. So you got what, like, I think 7. I want to say there were like 7 different like unofficial eras. You got before the Old Republic, which is like super duper like thousands of years before the Old Republic, and I don't know any of that. I'm gonna be honest. There are 2 eras during this time I know nothing about, and that's one of them. I don't know the very beginning.
I know a bit
and I don't know
more
the very end.
about Legacy.
Right,
I
and that's
do
the
know
very
a
end.
bit.
We'll get there.
Yeah, that's kind of the end of the timeline.
It is, and it's probably some of the coolest shit. Like,
That's
it really
what, like,
is.
Luke is literally ultra powerful, and there's like not one
no one can
person
stop
beat
him.
Nobody.
Yeah, he's stupid powerful in that.
Yeah.
And those comics, I have every single one on my shelf. I need to read them. I got the whole lot. I think it's like
You need to read
what, like 80 comics or something. 40. It's like 40, 50 comics for $40. That's a stupid good deal. $1 comic, and I have them all on my shelf. I need to read them all. What do I need to read?
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So
Did you read that Lords of the Sith book?
I'm halfway through it,
Okay.
and I'm not enjoying it.
That's what I've heard.
I'm not.
There are
enjoying
parts
it
that are good. Like the Darth Vader parts are
because
good.
they shift angles.
Isn't it 4 different characters that they go
They
through?
go from Palpatine and Vader to these people I don't give a shit about at all. If they would have stayed with Palpatine and Vader, I would be enjoying the book a lot more. But it's like they'll reach a crucial plot point
Okay.
with them, and then they'll shift right over to this other group that I could give a shit about.
Okay.
So it's like, just stick with the characters that I bought the book for to read.
Yeah.
You know? Because this is, Palpatine, this is a rare, like, appearance for him. Because usually he's in hiding, and he's like...
You don't see him very often.
He doesn't release his location to anybody.
Right. Except for Vader.
The what?
Vader is like the
Yeah,
only one that knows.
Vader's the only person that knows where the
Yeah.
Emperor is at all times.
Mainly because he can use the Force.
Yeah, you can feel him out. I do want to address one thing
What's that?
that could affect the new movies.
Plagueis?
No, with Palpatine.
Oh.
Palpatine in the comics. I don't know what comics it is, but I know it's canon now.
Don't bring up Clone Palpatine! I'll punch you so hard!
That was a stupid idea.
You look so stupid!
Whoever invented that, fuck you. You have no idea how to write Star Wars fan fiction or fiction ever.
Just stop while you're ahead.
Just stop before you even touch.
We're gonna get like hate mail from that.
But anyway, Palpatine sent something dark from the unknown regions of space.
Okay. Like the Uncharted Zone?
Yeah. Where supposedly
that is a real thing.
Snoke came from.
Really?
So they're saying there's some fan theories that Palpatine sent Snoke 20-something years before Snoke even came to power.
Okay.
But he could only feel him because he was completely...
Now, Snoke was around for a long time.
They said he's an ancient...
Yes.
Ancient Dark Force user.
Now, in reading some of this lore, does that mean that he is an Ancient One? Because I think it does. I think they blatantly, unintentionally said that he's an ancient being and that he is one of the Ancient Ones who are super stupid powerful. With the Force. They're extremely powerful, like Luke Skywalker level. Like, Luke Skywalker has a hard-ass time trying to get these people down, because they're just insanely powerful with the Force. I think that's one thing the movies never did a good job of. I'm going to be honest by saying that until the prequels is showing how powerful and the levels of power certain characters have with the Force, like their connection. I think it really took until Episode One, the Phantom Menace, to show that, where it was the battle between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon to show the skill level and all that kind of stuff. Before you actually really see it, like they would talk about it in like Episode 5 and 6, like, oh, Vader's so powerful in the Force, right? You don't see it much because he's so weakened from all the crap that he went through and all the energy he expended wiping out the Jedi that he doesn't have a lot left in the tank. To be honest, he's still extremely powerful, and he looks extremely powerful compared to someone like Luke, who didn't have the kind of training Vader did, and didn't have those years of experience of just, using the Force.
He doesn't get powerful until Yoda trains him.
You're right, he doesn't. And Empire Strikes Back's really when you start to see that. Now, after Adam just left the room, so it's me now. Hi, guys. Now, before the Old Republic, right? So before the Old Republic's the first era, is the Old Republic, which it says takes place between 25,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, so before Episode 6, and up until 1,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, which would be the end of the new Sith Wars. Now, a ton of stuff obviously happens in 24,000 years. I believe that this is the biggest, obviously, expanse of time that passes in one of the Star Wars eras. A lot happens. A lot of the books, like Lost Tribe of the Sith book, takes place during this time. The Old Republic video game, the MMO, takes place during this time. Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 take place during this time. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, Knights of the Republic. A bunch of the books. Shoot, what else? Yeah, just so what I'm Deceived. The Old Republic Deceived. The Old Republic Third of Peace. So yeah, there's a bunch. The Darth Bane books take place during this time, which are awesome. Please go read the Darth Bane trilogy. He is the one that came up with the rule of 2, where there can only be 2 Sith, Master and Apprentice, and once the apprentice feels he is strong enough, he is to kill the Master and take on an apprentice of his or her own, sorry. And that really keeps the Sith strong. It keeps them low in numbers, but they're also so strong that it's hard to stand up against them. So a ton of stuff happens during this time. The book Jedi vs. Sith, which I have right over here, which is so freaking awesome. Like, there's so much cool stuff in that book. I highly recommend you guys get it. It talks about all the Jedi and Sith in like the new, in the Old Republic era, as well as the, just like the, the Rise of the Empire, which is right after the Old Republic. And then you have the Rebellion, which is episodes 4 through 6. After that, you have the New Republic era, which is the 5 to 20 year expanse, 5 to 25 year expanse after episode 6. And then the New Jedi Order, which has like Jaina and Jason. It talks about like all this stuff. It came out in 2007, so there is some stuff in there that it doesn't have, but for the most part, it has it. It does talk about like the original Jedi, the original Force user, all that kind of stuff, and it even has illustrations, which is super cool. It's not just text. It has a lot of beautiful illustrations. I'll go ahead and put a link to like Barnes & Noble or something where you guys can go check it out and see if you want to buy it for yourself. It is a little pricey. I think it's like $35 or $40, but it really is like the best like $35 or $40 I've spent on a Star Wars object in general. It's really darn cool. So while Adam's out of the room, I think, I'm not going to talk about anything before the Old Republic because I don't know any of that and I don't want to sound unintelligent. So I really think my favorite character from the Old Republic, hands down, is Darth Revan. I have the 3.75-inch Darth Revan figure hanging on my wall. I freaking love Darth Revan. just the fact that he's a bad guy but doesn't know. Spoiler: if you haven't played Knights of the Old Republic, you probably should play that before listening to me talk, because I might reference a lot of stuff. Not just me, Adam's going to reference a lot of stuff from that too. Because I think one of his favorite characters is also from that. I'm not going to give it away. I think I know who it is, but we'll wait for him to come back in. So it's definitely Darth Revan. His armor looks so cool. He's got the 2 lightsabers, the red and like the purple lightsaber. That's awesome. He also has that really kind of mysterious battle with the light and the dark side. He really is a bad guy. I mean, he's a legit bad dude. He kills a lot of people, a lot of Jedi, and also a lot of Sith in that game, and also in the Old Republic, the MMO video game. He is also featured in one of their expansions. I forget which one. I apologize. I haven't played it yet, but I know he is in it, and I know that he is a bad guy, and he has the Knights of Revan, I think. No, it's the Cult of Revan. The Cult of Revan, who are a bunch of dark side users who worship Darth Revan as a god. And he comes back and says, "Hello, I'm here," and kills people. So he has that battle with the dark side, but he also has the light side, where he doesn't want to kill people. He wants to, help the galaxy become better and become stronger. So there really is that battle between, light and good. I'm trying to think of which other ones are really, really good in the Old Republic. Let's see here. Kreia, who is in, what do I want to say? Knights of the Old Republic 2, is a fantastic character. From the moment you meet her on that, Direlic ship, she is so, so awesome. Where she has, the white eyes, and you don't know what she's up to, and you have that feeling that, something bad's going on, and then... Spoiler, please, please, please skip ahead. If you haven't played that game, go play it right now and then come back. We're at time mark 22 minutes, so come back to 22 minutes or so. Or, I'm sorry, we're at 22, so come back to 23 minutes. So real quick spoiler, she is Darth Treya, and she is trying to wipe out the Force, which is kind of awesome if you think about it. She's literally trying to kill something that almost can't be killed. Kind of like the Ancient Ones, kind of like the all-powerful Ancient One beings, which I personally believe Snoke is, but that's just me. That's just me speculating on that. So she's super duper evil, and just the way that BioWare is able to craft that whole storyline is fantastic. Okay, spoiler over for Knights of the Old Republic 2. Sorry about that, I just had to get that out of there. So, I do have the Lost Tribes of the Sith, the collection, so it has 8 or 9 stories, I think, in there, and then also, an additional one. I haven't read it yet. That's actually my bad. I've been meaning to read it. I know I need to. Shame on me for not reading it yet. There's also the Mandalorian Wars during the Old Republic, which is obviously the Mandalores, and pretty much, from what I understand, is that the whole galaxy's out to pretty much just kill the Mandalores. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Email us, officialgoldenagegamers@gmail.com, and let me know how stupid and wrong I am, because I'm sure I'm going to hear that. Darth Malgus is also an awesome, awesome character. Now, he was created specifically for the Old Republic game, and he is super duper powerful. I don't think they ever say how exactly powerful he is, but I know that he's way up there, by Vader. And he also has a really cool character design. If you guys have ever seen the trailers or played the game for the Old Republic, he looks awesome, and you can just tell that he's up to no good. What else? Ooh, Red Harvest. Okay, I have that book as well. I need to read that. Here's the thing. I own a lot of Star Wars books, probably between 100 and 150, and that's not including the 200 comics I have. I have not read them all. I will be the first to admit I have not read them all. I need to, and that's all on me. I know I say I love Star Wars, and I do. Sometimes I forget to read, these books, and then they just sit there, and then I go, oh, that book looks cool, so I buy another one. So that would definitely be my pick. Is probably Darth Revan, number one, Kreia, aka Darth Treya, number two, and I think a runner-up to that would be Malik. The master of Darth Revan. Who showed him the ways before Darth Revan pretty much got his memory wiped by the Jedi Council and stuff like that. So that would be my picks for the Old Republic. We'll see what Adam thinks when he comes back. Oh, I hear him coming. And hey, there he is. What's going on? You all right?
Yeah.
Everything okay? All right. I just talked a lot of bollocks about Star Wars. So, hi, cat. My cat's here. Come here, bud. Get off the desk. All right. So I came to the conclusion that my favorite character in the Old Republic is Darth Revan. Of course it is. And my runner-up is Kreia, aka Darth Treya. And my super-duper runner-up is Malik.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I'm gonna agree with you on number one. There's just Revan's just there's nobody.
Is that because he has that battle between good and bad the whole time? You can make him a super bad person.
He's as like Darth Vader as you can get from another era
without being Darth Vader.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why people like Darth Revan so much, and he's such a.
Darth Revan's actually more likable, I think, as a character. No.
See,
what I mean from I'm saying likable as in he's a better person than Darth Vader. Throughout that, I don't think he's as evil as Darth Vader until
I don't think Revan's lost as much as Vader though.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
that's because Vader's at that point in his life he's suffering.
Yeah,
like an animal almost getting put out of its misery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a wounded animal.
Exactly. But I'd have to agree with you. Revan's the best character from that era. Darth Treya is easily the most underrated Star Wars character ever created.
Oh, I agree.
She's so fucking cool, and it's a crime she does not exist outside that game.
Yep.
It's a literal crime. Use her.
Yeah, I don't think she's even in any of the publications.
She's so damn good. She's so
good.
Fucking amazing. It's just, man, she's just this old sage that you're never expecting anything from,
Yeah.
But she ends up being the best thing about the second game.
Yep.
I love Bastila.
Okay.
I think she's an interesting character, but I have to agree with you. I'd say
she's probably the most interesting
I do
good
like
character.
Nihilus, though.
Yeah, he's underrated as well.
He's underrated.
And he looks awesome. His whole getup is pretty sweet with that mask and everything.
Yeah.
Do you ever see his face?
You can see the outline of it.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Okay. Now, did you want to move on to the next era?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next era is Rise of the Empire era, which is 1000 before the Battle of Yavin to 0 to the Battle... Oh, it's the Battle of Toprawa? I thought it was the Battle of Yavin. Okay, whatever. Alright, so 1000 to 0, alright? So this is leads up to the Rebellion era, which is...
the original trilogy.
Yeah, they got these weird naming conventions on Wikipedia. It's really fucking throwing me off. Alright, so basically it leads... The Rebellion is the New Hope, like you said. So Rise is 0 to 3. Episode 3. Well, you know what I mean. Through Rebels is what I'm guessing it would be. That whole time, that whole 1,000 years. So this era has a lot of Darth Bane in it, who's freaking cool. I personally don't know a ton about this era. I do own, I've shown you, the Jedi Apprentice books, which are right here. They're short books, but they're actually kind of good. They're like 90 pages, but they're generally pretty good. I don't remember any of them. Here's the life and legend of Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's in there. There were a lot of Jedi Apprentice books. There were like 18 of them, I think. Maul Lockdown is part of that. So Darth Maul counts as that era.
So is Darth Vader.
Darth Vader does, but it's at the very beginning of Darth Vader. So, I'm just trying to show you a little bit of it.
We'll just do 3.
All right. My first one, just looking through this, dude, is Darth Maul. It has to be Darth Maul. The Jedi Quest books are good too. Sorry, I own like a lot of these kids books because my mom would buy them for me when I was like 10 to 12 years old or something, and I'd read them and reread them, and they were actually really good and well written, and they have like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon and stuff in them. They're like standalone adventures with those characters. So if you like Qui-Gon and stuff like that, they have Qui-Gon. Because I know you like Qui-Gon.
I do.
Boy. Excuse me. A number 2. Shoot, man. I'm looking through this, and it's
chock full of all that stuff.
It's a lot. Oh, the Clone Wars, the whole TV series is in here. Oh, man. Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Young. What the fuck? My cats are being assholes. I'm sorry, guys. A young Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ewan McGregor knocks it out of the freaking park. As far as like episode 1, 2, and 3 go, he is so good in 2 and 3. He really is.
I think he's good in all 3 of them.
He is, but he's featured more in 2 and 3 because obviously Liam Neeson's not in it. Qui-Gon's not in it. But yeah, definitely Obi-Wan. I don't know what to do for a runner-up.
You mean the third one?
Yeah.
You got a lot to pick from.
I know, that's part of the problem, right? I mean, I just like Darth Maul so much because he's just so mysterious and he's such a badass.
I will give a hint away for this. I'm not going to pick Darth Vader as one of my 3 because he's literally just coming up.
That's why I didn't. That's why I'm not going to pick him at all, is because I don't think there's not enough
on in this era.
Exactly. You don't really get...
He shows up in the last 2 years of this,
Pretty
era,
much.
Pretty much.
Yep, last, Well, no, because this leads up to 4.
I count this suit.
I know what you're saying.
I like the suit. That shit...
No, I mean,
Darth
this
Vader.
actually goes, up until 4. So all that stuff where he's murdering shit...
I'm going to try to give other characters a chance, though.
You know what? The Secret Apprentice. Galen.
Galen Merrick?
Yep, Galen Merrick. I'm going with him. Because he's a character that could still be in the, canon and not affect anything. They could keep him. I mean, the whole clone thing in episode 2 was stupid. Really stupid. For some reason, Star Wars likes clones a lot. Too much. They rely on that crap too much. But yeah, Galen Merrick was just such a... I hope I'm saying that right. He's just a cool character in Force Unleashed, the first game. He's a badass. And that whole thing with Juno Eclipse is cool. And her name's not that bad. And he's got that robot. I forget what its name is, but he's got the bot. He looks like K2SO. It's kind of what that bot looks like, a little bit. Because it's also an Empire bot. So, it looks a little bit like K2. So, you pick.
Yoda is my first pick.
Okay.
He's
good one.
There's so much you don't know about Yoda. He's the most powerful Jedi Master next to until Luke.
Yeah.
There's just... I can't say enough about Yoda. He's one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
Ever.
Number 2.
He's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
There's just... He's my favorite, though. He literally is my
He's so
favorite
likable.
Jedi. He's just... You take such a liking to him.
Yeah.
And I grew up with the originals and the prequels.
Okay.
I just love both performances equally. I can't pick one over another.
Oh, I can pick...
I love Alec Guinness's first scene. It's my favorite scene.
He's
in the
really
entire
good in those
movie.
movies.
That first scene though,
yeah,
A New Hope, I love it. It's just it takes me back to being 6 years old again, where he just goes, "Oh, hello there," and it's just the best thing ever. It takes me back. I can't really pick anything better than that. It's great. Amazing. I love it. My third pick, Darth Maul.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so badass.
I haven't read the books, but I guess he's a total badass in the books. Like, even more badass than what he is in the movie.
Which, tomorrow night, he's going to fight Obi-Wan Kenobi on Star Wars Rebels.
Don't let's date. Yeah, we can date this podcast and say it is
shit.
March 17th. On March 18th, it's going down.
That's canon.
Yeah, it's canon. Not that really matters to some people. I personally don't give a crap. Like, there's characters like Darth Caedus. I don't care if they say it's not canon. He is an awesome freaking character. And he's a total badass. So, to me, he's still badass. Like, he can still be that badass character. Okay, so that does it for the rise of the Empire. So now the Rebellion era, which is the classic era. This is episodes 4 through 6.
So
this is the classic trilogy.
I'm going to be pretty predictable in this one.
Alright, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Darth Vader.
Yep.
Obviously. He's the greatest character, I think, in all of Star Wars. Like, you could say Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker.
Okay.
He's just... There's endless possibilities with that character. I just think he's the best crafted... literally, if George Lucas did anything right, it was him. He's just so interesting.
Yeah.
What am I going to say that's not already been said? You know?
Yeah, that's true.
He's my favorite Star Wars character ever.
Okay.
There's nobody.
That's a good choice.
Nobody comes close.
Nah, not really.
The only person for me that's even in the same class is Yoda and Obi-Wan.
Okay.
They're my favorites. My second favorite, Darth Sidious. I mean, he's the most evil motherfucker you're ever gonna meet in your entire life.
He's a bad man.
The third choice I've wrestled with, kind of, and I'm gonna pick Luke. I mean, I gotta go with Luke.
He's good.
I gotta go with Luke.
Mark Hamill really starts knocking out of the park after A New Hope.
Empire, he's great.
He is amazing in Empire.
The next two movies, he's great.
Yeah. I think the problem is that he's a little raw in A New Hope as far as acting goes and stuff.
Oh, some of those guys, that was their first
I know.
time. And so I don't hold that against
Well, wasn't he on Broadway?
I will say this, he wasn't
that?
anywhere near as bad as Hayden Christensen.
Oh, God.
We just watched these movies a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we thought, Mark Hamill's worse than Hayden
Go watch
Christensen.
that. We put it on YouTube.
No, Hayden Christensen is much worse. Much worse.
That's not all his fault. I will defend him and say that writing was horrendous.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was really bad.
Now, I'm not saying that Hayden Christensen didn't do a bad job, because he did a bad job. But what he was given was trash. Like, D-level movie garbage writing. And now my cat is in a box for the special edition of Horizon Zero Dawn. Because why not?
You should get him out of there.
Instead of getting him out of there, I accidentally tipped the box up, so now my cat's just in the box. Give me just 1 second. Let me get the cat out of the box. Hey! Get out of there, you little butt munch. Okay. Sorry. Okay, back. I'm back. Alright, so, number 1, I'm going Darth Vader as well. I can't argue with that one. Number 2, Yoda. Because he is so funny in Empire Strikes Back. He's just cracking jokes and trying to loot through Luke's crap and find, like, candy and stuff like that. Like, he's just so weird. And, like, the first time you meet him, you're like, who the hell is this thing? Like, because you don't really know what or who he is.
Frank Oz and Jim Henson.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
Making puppets and just,
My cat is now in the box again. Hang on. Please get out of the box. I love you. Get out of the box. Get out. We're not doing box time. It is podcast time, not Miko box time. Oh, you bet the box, dick. Okay. So, Darth Vader, Yoda, and then third, I'd have to say Luke as well.
Yeah.
So, on to the last era that I know anything about.
My third one was
the second
Luke
to last
and
era.
Han.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have to go with Luke. What's the last one?
This, second to last... Oh, my last pick?
New Republic era?
This is the second to last one. Now, there's one after this. The New Republic is 5 years or 1 year after the Battle of Endor to the beginning of the Yuzhong Vong War, which is, I think, 20 years after? 25 years after, or 20 years after Endor. So this is like, boy, this is a tough one. You know what? We should probably just combine these two because a lot of the same characters are in it. A lot of the same characters. So these two eras, dude, are a lot of like the Dark Force Rising, the Thrawn trilogy's in this.
I love the Thrawn trilogy.
Now, while that's not canon, it's amazing.
Even though he's in Rebels,
dude. So he's canon, like he's
Thrawn
legit canon, yeah. And he's the same freaking character with the same little Force immune pet.
See, I don't mind that.
I'm okay with that. I'll take that any day.
If you cut out a couple stories about that character, just as long as you make it the same character.
Exactly. And that's why I think they did good. They made him the exact same character. He's that very tactical minded, like, super freaking intelligent, like, I will beat your whole force with one Star Destroyer, which is literally what he does in the Thrawn trilogy. Like, he wipes out, like, the new, like, Republic pretty much with, like, a fleet. Like, a handful of, like, Star Destroyers. It's insane. He is so freaking smart. And this will also include the New Jedi Order, which is the Yuzhong Vong War, which are the aliens that came from a different universe and are immune to the Force. But they're not Force sensitive at all. Like, you really can't use the Force on them at all. You can't use Force Mind Trick. You can use Lightning, because that's like a manipulation of the Force to, you know, actually hurt them. But that's pretty much it. You can kind of Force push them a little bit, but not like you could like droids and stuff like that. And they were screwed up creatures and characters. Like, the higher in the you knew a Yuzhong Vong character, like Nom Anor, rises through the ranks. Now, each time you would rise through the ranks, you would manipulate your body. You cut off an ear, you would cut off a finger, you would cut your arm off and replace it with some robot thing. I mean, it was that stupid cat. All right, my cat's just being an idiot the whole night. Sorry about that. I'll make sure to lock the. There he is. I'll make sure to lock the door next time. My cat just wanted to hang out with us. So, from this, I'm going to say Jason Solo / Darth Caedus is my favorite character. I don't personally think he is the best character, but he is my favorite by far. Because he's such a badass when he becomes a Sith Lord. I mean, he pretty much like kills a whole planet by himself with the Force. I don't see Luke doing that. I'm just saying. And I think that's why I said earlier, that's where Star Wars has a problem in general, because they don't usually do a good job of showing how strong someone is in the Force. Like, they say Luke's most powerful. Right, but I'm seeing Darth Caedus over here, like, blowing up a planet with his mind. So, in my mind, like, I think he's stronger, even though the books and the lore and stuff are telling me Luke's stronger. So, I'd say Darth Caedus number 1, Jaina Solo's number 2, and oh boy, shoot, dude, there's a lot of characters in this. Good ones too. I'd say Nom Anor, because they focus on him a lot throughout the books. He's like one of the mainstream Yuzhong Vong who are just weird. Like, it's really cool reading about him in some of the books because they go into their culture and how they set up like their living ships. Their ships are actually alive, which is crazy. I mean, I know it's been done on other sci-fi stuff, but the way they do it in this and describe it, it's very well written. And you almost feel like you're there in these like living ships and stuff. And basically, Yuzhong Vong want to take over the universe, kill everybody, and terraform all the planets. Which I know you haven't gotten there in the books, and this is a minor spoiler. They terraform Coruscant. They actually capture. So Yuzhong Vong pretty much wipe out everybody, kind of like Thrawn does. But they do it to the point where they're terraforming the core planets, not just Coruscant, and like spreading like. So instead of like, you know how the old Republic, the New Republic was based on Coruscant and stuff, and they bumped them from there, and so now the New Republic's like all in the outer rim. It's like reverse. So instead of like the Empire, where it was like in the middle and then all the rebellion around it, it's the opposite, where the Yuzhong Vong are like all in the middle. And there's a good map, I forget which book it's in, but it shows like how much territory the Yuzhong Vong. It's literally 3/4 of the galaxy map. It's disgusting. But yeah, it's a really good series. I highly recommend it. It's like 18 books, I think, something like that, 18, 20 books. So it's a lot, but you can skip books. Like you really can just read like a couple of the books, read some of the middle books, and then read like the Unifying Force and some of the late ones, and you can get through it. Yeah, there's little things you might miss, but you can hit like the main books where certain things happen to certain main characters, and you'll be okay reading that. And then you can skip ahead like 3-4 books and read that one. But that's my picks. What about you?
Mara Jade.
Yeah?
Skywalker.
Yeah? She making a comeback? Yeah, I think she is.
I don't know a whole lot about this era. I'm gonna go with Han Solo.
Okay.
He's still kicking in this timeline.
Yeah, he is. Chewie's not.
Yeah.
Chewie bit the dust. Thanks, Salvatore.
And then I'll probably go Darth
Dark?
Caedus.
Is he dark? He's pretty pale.
Yeah.
And he's got the yellow eyes.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Darth Caedus.
Yeah.
As my other pick, but I find Mara Jade the most interesting.
Oh boy, you got something coming for you then. Alright. No spoilers. Because you haven't gotten there yet. Not good things happen to her. So, the Legacy era is all this stuff in this super duper future. It's about 100 years in the future. With Cade Skywalker, who is Luke's grandson. So what they're trying to say...
Legacy.
What?
You're on Legacy.
Yeah, no, I said Legacy.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do Legacy since you know something about it. Like I said earlier in the podcast, I know a little bit about Legacy. I have all the comics, but I'm an idiot and I haven't read them yet. So shame on me, right?
I'm going to go first, though.
I do have the Darth Creighton figure, so that's kind of cool.
He's over there.
Yeah, you're jelly about that.
It's kind of neat.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to go first.
All right.
My first pick is Abeloth.
Okay.
Because she is the most powerful Force user in existence. It's to the point where she kills a lot of fucking light and dark Force users.
Yeah, she doesn't...
she does not fuck around.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
She does not screw around. Darth Caedus awakens her unintentionally just by using a massive amount of, Force energy.
Okay.
It's
on the planet, yeah.
It's to the point that she is such a threat to the galaxy itself that it brought the Dark Lord of the Sith and Luke, they work together.
That's insane.
I can't fathom that. That's hard to fathom that. It took both of them to defeat Abeloth. Both of them at full power to defeat her. Luke faced her by himself the first time. All he was doing was slowing her down.
Really?
And he was maxed out, slowing her down. She's more powerful than anything because she's technically not a person. She's almost like
she's
a god.
Being.
She's almost like a god.
Yeah.
So you can't really kill a god for the most part. So they gave it their best shot.
But they kill in their Shadow Realm, right?
Yeah, they don't kill her. They defeat her. They defeat her in the Shadow Realm.
Okay.
So
what does that mean?
Easily I have no idea.
Okay.
I'd have to read into it more. That's why I'm saying I don't know.
Isn't the Shadow Realm kind of like purgatory?
Yeah, kind of like caught between.
It's the in
but
between.
It's saying that she can return someday.
Right.
So that's what.
So she's been weakened.
So he's afraid of that.
Right.
Luke's afraid of Abeloth returning after he's dead.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to make sure she doesn't ever come back again.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, she's my first character. My second character would be Luke because he's super badass in this era. He's amazing.
Okay.
Just read up on the stuff on him. He's pretty fucking cool. And then my third character is Darth Creighton. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. That's three
His
easy
armor
choices.
looks so awesome. It's got the spikes and stuff
Love
on
it.
Now
correct me if I'm wrong.
Up?
Is he the last Sith Lord that they created in this timeline? He's after Caedus, right?
Yeah.
So is he the last?
He would have to be.
Like the last one before Disney bought them, right? I think so. I don't know though. I just want to know for a fact because I'm not sure.
Shoot.
Because Darth Talon is in there somewhere.
The only
wait, she's in like.
Okay, do you mean the last as in timeline or the last as in?
Because that's what we're seeing on here.
He was the final Sith Lord they created, or are you asking, is he the final Sith Lord in the timeline that they created? Because there is a difference there.
In this timeline, I think he is.
He is, yes. But I think Darth Bane was after him.
Darth Bane? Darth Bane was like...
No. I'm not saying when Darth Bane lived. I'm saying I thought they created Darth Bane after they created Darth Krayt. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, so I'm only talking about like
in the timeline?
In the universe.
Okay,
in that,
then yeah. I think I'm almost positive he is the last one.
Yeah, he's the last one.
He is like the final Sith Lord that they created.
Yeah, they went on Earth with a winner.
Yeah, they did. You know what they need to do? Make more. Because Sith Lords are awesome, and being a bad guy is cool in Star Wars. I'm going to do a kind of a cheap cop-out and say my exact same three choices. I'm sorry. Because I just realized Legacy of the Force series, which is one I was just talking about with Darth Caedus and stuff, is actually in the Legacy era. I totally thought it was in the New Jedi Order. Because those characters...
About the New Jedi Order.
Well, here's the thing. I have most of the books if you want to read them sometime. Balance Point's one of the best ones. That book's amazing. It's got Luke Skywalker on the front raising his lightsaber up in the air. Oh my god, that book is so good.
What are your picks for the Legacy?
So my picks were Darth Caedus, Jaina, and then Luke.
Okay.
Because Jaina's a badass bitch.
In Legacy.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, she's also a badass New Jedi Order. Special shout out to Anakin Skywalker. I'm sorry, Anakin Solo. Who dies. But he dies in a freaking awesome way in the New Jedi Order, one of the books. I forget which book he dies in, but oh my god, he goes out in a blaze of glory. Quite literally. Like, he literally becomes the Force and just kills, like, everything. And it's like, what? He literally becomes, like, a nuclear force bomb. It's like, alright, that's awesome. Because they're inside, like, one of the living ships and he just blows everything up. So, yeah, that would be my picks. I think that about wraps it up. That covers everything on our topic list. Thank you all so much for listening. We really appreciate it. If you want, feel free to like, subscribe, and stuff like that on YouTube. We're the Golden Age Gamers. We also put our videos on VidMe. Feel free to watch it there, share it there. I do a little bit of Twitter. I'm still not too great at Twitter. I'll probably never be good at Twitter because I didn't grow up like in the Twitterverse. I'm a little too old for that. So I try. I give it an honest effort, but I'm pretty crap at it. I tried to make a funny haha joke about Lumpy, and apparently no one liked my haha joke, and it made me kind of sad. Sorry. Do you remember my quote? Yeah. Okay. Like we said earlier, hopefully Mara Jade does become part of the Star Wars universe. It sounds like she will, without spoiling anything for Last Jedi. It sounds like Mara Jade's going to be in it. Which makes me so happy. Because and I kind of want to close it by saying, I don't want Disney to be afraid of bringing in amazing characters from the expanded universe. They did it with Thrawn. They tested the waters with Thrawn, and from what I hear, it's been a hit.
But that was with a TV show, though.
But it's still canon. That's what I'm getting at, right? Like, even though it's a TV show, what if it's a comic book series? Like a Thrawn comic book series, I think it would still sell really well. Because other people created these awesome characters. Timothy Zahn is the one that wrote the books. He's the best Star Wars writer. And I think close behind him is...
Drew Carpson.
Yep, he's close behind. And Troy Denning is also amazing as well.
I like Troy Denning.
Yeah, and Karen Travis wrote the Republic Commando books.
I like James Lucena.
Yep. I mean, Star Wars has the best authors.
Yeah. Drew Carpson wrote Mass Effect, too.
Yes, he did.
He did write
he wrote the books. No, he wrote all of them.
He was in the game, too.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in
Really?
He wrote some of Mass Effect 1.
Okay. And he wrote the Mass Effect books, all of them, and a lot of Star Wars books. He wrote the Revan book.
Yeah.
And that book's freaking awesome. It's so good. Go read it. Like I said, Darth Revan's amazing. So yeah, that's been the podcast, episode 1 of A Sith Happens. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll come back in a week or so with a brand new topic list and fun things to talk about. If you do want to have any, if you want to participate, feel free to email us questions. We love questions. We don't get too many. By that mean 0. So we'd love some feedback. We'd also love some questions, comments, anything like that. Official goldenagegamers@gmail.com. You can also just comment on YouTube. I checked the comments on there. Feel free to check out the site, goldenagegamers.com. I try and post a lot of this stuff there. I also post some articles. I did a review for Resident Evil 7, which that game's amazing. Go play it. Go give Capcom your money. So yeah, that has been the first episode of Sith Happens. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye, guys!
See ya.